Hey Tiki drink and craft cocktail lovers, this is Bourbon Bill at Bourbon Bill's Pirate Bar. Today we're going to talk about a very seasonal tiki drink that I created for Wiki Tiki magazine. It's called Rudolph's Red-Nosed-Punch. But before we get into that, make sure you hit that subscribe, like, and hit that notify bell so you're the first to know when we upload new content to the channel. So this is Bourbon Bill and this is Bourbon Bill's Pirate Bar. Hey, welcome back. Did you hit that subscribe button while we were away? We hope so, because we want to keep bringing content that's relevant to you to this channel. Now, let's talk a little bit about Rudolph's Red-Nosed-Punch. In the November-December issue of Wiki Tiki magazine, I came up with 5 holiday tiki drinks for your next party. These are Bourbon Bill originals, and these are great recipes. They're scalable for any party. But make sure that you get your copy of Wiki Tiki magazine today. These go pretty fast. All right, now let's talk about the ingredients. You're going to have to go pillage the fridge. You're going to need cranberry juice, spiced rum. You're going to need orange juice, simple syrup made with a little bit of ginger in it. And simple syrup is exactly what it is. It's 1 cup of white sugar, 1 cup of water. Boil it until it becomes clear and add about 5 to 7 dashes of ground ginger into it. It's spectacular. All right, and then you're going to need some ice cubes and don't forget the grenadine. So go pillage the fridge and we'll be right back. Hey, welcome back to Pirate Joke of the Day. Why did the old captain put a chicken on his treasure chest? You know why? Because eggs marks the spot. Back to the show. Hey, welcome back. Did you get all those ingredients so you can follow along? Well, let's talk about the drink today. It's really simple, and now that you've got all the ingredients, let's start putting this punch together. All right, today we're going to start off with Handcrafted Heart River Spirit Spiced Rum. This is our friends up in the Great White North, which we say in Florida, anything above where it starts snowing. Talked to them the other day, it was like 7 degrees under a blanket of snow. They have this fantastic spiced rum. It has the baking spices in it, and it really lends itself to holiday drinks or any time. So we're going to start off with 1.5 ounces of the Heart River Spirit Spiced. Throw that into the mix. And next we're going to add in 1 ounce of cranberry juice. Now sometimes they'll throw in like other flavors, like grape and other things in there. I would suggest just stick with the traditional cranberry. Put that in the mix. All right, so let's tropic this up a little bit with some orange juice. Just a simple ounce of orange juice. Now you'll find that you can actually scale this up for your party and just make it by the pitcher and keep it in the fridge, so it makes your job as a bartender or your bartender's job as a bartender a little easier for them to just pour and go. All right, next we're going to add in 1/2 ounce of grenadine. Now, a lot of people think grenadine is cherry juice in there, but it's really not. If you've been watching the show for a while, I try to educate as well as entertain a little bit. Grenadine is actually pomegranate. So we're going to add in just a little bit of that because a little bit of grenadine goes a long way, if you know what I mean. Add that in. And last but not least, let's add in a little bit of simple syrup. Now, we talked about adding the ginger into the simple syrup, but you know, you could add some other interesting things like allspice or even cinnamon if you just want something just a little bit different. So we're adding just a little bit of sweet to go with the sour and the strong. All right. Okay, so we're going to add in just a couple of agitator cubes. You don't need a whole lot of ice for this, just enough to kind of chill the whole thing down. Give that a good slap, and then let's shake it like a pirate shaking like a pirate at the North Pole. Oh, what's that? I think it's time for Talk Like a Pirate. We'll be right back.
Hey, mateys, it's time to learn to talk like a pirate.
Ahoy, landlubbers and mateys. Today on Talk Like a Pirate, we're going to talk about cat o' nine tails. No, not that kind of cat. The cat o' nine tails on a sailing ship. Now, in maritime history, the British Navy was famous for instituting corporal punishment even for the most insignificant infractions. And the cat o' nine tails was the instrument to dole out the flogging. And a cat o' nine tails was literally a handle that had 9 knotted cords, and sometimes with a bit of bone or metal at the end, and it was meant to give you your stripes on your back. So earning your stripes had a kind of a macabre meaning in days of old maritime history. Now, on a pirate ship, that was just absolutely hated, and actually why a lot of pirates turned to the mercenary lifestyle, because they hated how the British sailors were treated. So there are records that made references to flogging for infractions on a pirate ship, but we don't have any actual records that flogging was actually instituted. So the next time someone says you can't swing a cat without hitting this or that, it's really not about our little feline friends, but it's something that you should know about our maritime history, and that's Talk Like a Pirate today. And just give that a good shake until you feel the tin kind of condensating, and then you know that it's ready to go. All right. Boy, I can smell that, and it smells fantastic. All right, so we're going to start off with our Bourbonbill Pirate Bar drink mat here, and a good sized rock glass to pour this in. Now, as in with any tiki drink, we want to make sure that the presentation is just as important as the recipe. So this one takes a little prep the night before, but you can do this in batches, and it looks fantastic, and it's a great presentation for your guests, or for you for that matter. Okay, so what I did was I took a silicone glass mold, and I put in 3 or 4 cranberries in each of the areas and a sprig of rosemary. Now in the magazine I said use mint, so you can do this, but since we're here at holiday time, I thought this made it look a little more Christmassy. So we're going to pop one of those bad boys out and put that right in the glass. Isn't that a great little presentation? And then we're just ready to open pour. Now, depending on the kind of orange juice that you use, some people don't care for pulp, some people like a lot of pulp, like my son. I prefer to use the no pulp in drinks like this, so I don't have to worry about gating with a strainer, and some people are just funny about that mouthfeel, so I leave it out for my guests. So we'll just pour that right in. Now the beauty of using the cranberry juice in the ice, as the ice melts, it doesn't dilute, it doesn't make the drink watery, it just adds more cranberry juice. So try that out at your next party. And check out our other videos on this channel. And if you found this helpful, let us know down in the comments a couple of things, how it turned out for you and what city you're in. And if you know of someone that would benefit from this recipe, please share it out. It helps the algorithm, and it helps us bubble up and keep providing more content to you. Well, that's it for today. This is Bourbonbill with Bourbonbill's Pirate Bar. We hope you enjoy. Oh, I would be remiss without the obligatory Tiki umbrella. There we go. So that's it for today. Bourbonbill with Bourbonbill's Pirate Bar. Have a happy holidays and cheers.